and grounding in the real industrial knowledge. Last year, when I came on this stage, if you remember, I spoke about the virtual companions. And this year, they are real. Let me introduce them. Aura. She is orchestrating the knowledge and the context, from requirements to project to changes. Leo is bringing engineering reasonings, mechanics, structure, motions, simulations, manufacturing. And Marie, she is bringing scientific disciplines, materials, chemistry, formulations, regulations. You know, they are different. Now, to prove they are different, let me ask them the simple questions, and let's see how they answer to the same questions.
Which material should I use to design this e-foil wing?
When choosing a material for an e-foil wing, you'll want something that balances strength, lightness, and resistance to water. Many e-foil wings are made from carbon fiber, since it's strong, lightweight, and performs well in water sports. Fiberglass.
From an engineering perspective, you need to optimize the strength-to-weight ratio and minimize hydrodynamic drag. Carbon fiber composites, particularly unidirectional layups with epoxy resin, are ideal due to their stiffness and fatigue resistance while remaining lightweight. The alternative, fiberglass reinforced.
From a materials science standpoint, the critical factors are density, modulus of elasticity, and resistance to water-induced degradation. Carbon fiber reinforced polymers offer a density of 1.6 grams per cubic centimeter with tensile.
So you can see they are not chatbots. They are decades of Dassault Systèmes expertise combined with your knowledge. And I'm also convinced on something. Innovations come from confronting the different point of view. This is exactly how our virtual companion works. Aura, she's exploring the possibilities. Marie is grounding it in science, and Leo is making it real. And together, they can collaborate to find the optimum. Manish, I think one more thing. Could you come back on stage? I think we have a special announcement to do, right?
Yes.
You all love the Model Mania contest, right? This year, Leo will not just be watching. Leo will compete against you. But before that, Manish, I think, could you please do a live demo of Leo?
Let's try. Can we switch the screens? Now, frankly, my friends, this is against the advices of my marketing department. We don't try to do live demo. And Pascal is making me do something here. So what do you want?
But you know, I'm the CEO, so I could ask what I want.
I have to agree.
I want live demo, right?
So I have to agree with him. You know what? So my bonus hasn't been paid yet, so yes.
Don't worry, Manish. So let's start with a simple question, Manish.
Okay.
Leo, could you please create a sketch from this drawing?
Okay, so first one, I have it in my clipboard. I have a drawing. Can you extract sketches out of it? And by the way, I pasted it very fast, so some people will say that this is video, so I'm deleting text, okay, out of it, right? And I am pressing enter. Because yesterday while I was doing it, some people were confused. So here, it asks me that, sure, let me help you, let me guide you through steps, and it pops up something called drawing to sketch, select a PDF file. Okay, so let's try to select a PDF file. So in Model Mania, as you know, you have to have a PDF file that we give you a PDF file, and then you have to use that in order to create the model. So here, you can see that what AI is doing here is that it is looking at that PDF file, and it is providing segments that it wants to keep as sketches, segments that should not really be sketches. So there is a title block, there is a isometric view that it shouldn't really keep as sketches. So it is discarding it. Not only that, Pascal, It read every single dimension. So this is also done by AI.
You mean all the dimensions?
All the dimensions, and I can even modify it if I want. You see, these dimensions are editable. But here, for the sake of time, let me just try to create a sketch. So I was able to go from a drawing to a sketch like this.
Wow. Now, what about the 3D parts?
You want more?
Yes.
So create a 3D part. Now let's see what it does. Actually, what it will do is that it will identify the sketches and it will know how to create a 3D part out of those sketches. Soon enough, it will show me a preview of the model that I need to have. And once the preview is shown, I'll hit OK, I accept it, and there you go, you have the 3D model. There.
No. Hold on. Now, a tricky question for you,
Yes.
Manish. Is it fully parametric? Real specs?
If it was, do I get bigger bonus?
Maybe.
So here you go. Let me first hide these planes so that they don't come in way. So you see this is a 3D model that I'm playing with, and it is a fully parametric model.
Yeah.
So it learned based on all the past designs in order to create a parametric model. So this is a fully parametric model.
And
How
now,
about that?
Wow. And now, if I want to know if this part is strong enough?
Now, Pascal, that is not part of Model Mania model contest.
Not yet.
Okay, but let's try. Can I do performance analysis on this part? Let's see, what does it say? Let me do a linear static finite element analysis on the part for your requirements. Oh, okay, it's doing something. So actually, you will see the results soon enough. Now, this part is not magic. What is happening is we have trained this part. We have created a lot of these parts, similar parts, using design of experiments. And we have trained a model with which we are able to create a new part and map the results of the previous part to this new part. So this is a physically accurate simulation analysis of this part. It's called surrogate modeling. Whoa! And you can see this is real. This is not video.
So next year, I'm going to do the Nemo. No need you anymore, Manish.
The risk of AI, right? No, but Pascal said that he still needs a companion.
Of course. Thank you, Manish.